He was
I
one of the
just
first.
saw your Snapchat of Echo playing soccer. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
One of my best friends,
Yeah.
her dad is in the assembly, and his name is Harvey Epstein. So you can't get worse.
Yeah.
Like, he was born in the 60s. They didn't know. But, like...
Rip to the man on Twitter whose name is Matt Gertz.
Yes, I know.
The date thing, yeah.
Like, I remember, like, finding out that guy, like, existed and was on Twitter because somebody retweeted a thread of his where he just, like, does the little, like, asterisk to denote action, deep breath, wrong guy, wrong guy, wrong guy, wrong guy, just replying to so many tweets. I felt so bad for him. He didn't ask for that.
I know Jon Favreau from, Pod Save America. He's like, I always know when there's another Marvel movie because everybody tweets at me, and I'm like, nope, not that Jon Favreau.
Pretend I do not see it. I need to paint my nails again. I haven't done that in a long time.
I mean, I had something else. I keep sending y'all clips from Love It or Leave It, and I almost had another one I sent yesterday, but I can't remember what it was. By the time I got home from work, I was like half dead, and I forgot to do it. Now it's gonna bother me that I can't remember what it was.
Mm-hmm.
He just kills me.
So funny. And so ridiculously smart. Not fair.
Oh my god, yeah. No, he's so witty. Like, but just, yeah, he's so intelligent.
And he's adorable. You can't have all of those things.
Yeah. Oh my god, during the Simply Safe ad, and they're like, even Lovett can set it up, and Lovett's like, yeah, if a small gay Jew can do it, then so can you. And I'm like,
he said something really good during a Simply Safe ad yesterday. He was referencing keto again on it.
Got my seltzer.
His keto thing.
So good.
Kind of sad Emily will not be joining us, but, sometimes that's how it is on this bitch of an earth. How's everyone doing today?
Fine. I'm ready for bed. PJs.
I love that for you. I wish I was in my PJs. But frankly, I did this to myself. I'm the one who put on a sweater and jeans, so.
I'm still so bummed that didn't fit me. I was so excited. I was like, I love this shirt. And then I got it, and it was definitely not as advertised. But that's okay. It went to a good home.
You girl.
I was dressed like an actual adult today. I had a bunch of meetings and things, but I got in a late workout and just took a shower, like, right before this, so it's like, I could put on real clothes again, or I could just put on my pajamas.
Yeah.
And be comfy. And then when we're done here, I can just brush my teeth and go to bed.
I love that for you. I am, as much as I do love cold weather, because I love layering, I love sweaters, I do love that in the summer, my clothing just becomes so much more cursed. Because I can just wear all of my, like, weird t-shirts and just have that be, like, the statement of the outfit.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, I can wear my ceaseless watcher booty shorts, which I haven't worn in a very long time, and love them, miss them, can't wait to subject people to those in public.
It's true. I feel like a lot of winter clothing it doesn't have the same quality. I
dress so much nicer in winter. Like, I look so classy and put together, but in the summer, just the true feral gremlin energy that lives within me can be outwardly expressed so much better.
I think the difference is, like, people wear a lot of sweaters in winter, and you're sort of limited pattern-wise, as opposed to, like, a fabric t-shirt or, like a fabric, like, top.
Yeah.
Or even, like, you can have sweatshirts that are essentially the equivalent of a t-shirt, but they tend not to print as many of those with, like, fun graphic designs and things.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried to find them.
Although, I guess if I tried hard enough, I could make my winter outfits as chaotic as my summer outfits, as evidenced by the sweater you sent in the group chat.
Yes,
You were
you
like,
did
this is
that.
a sweater for you, and it's just a sweater that has a goose holding a knife stitched onto it, like from Untitled Goose Game, and it just says murder. And I need it.
Yep,
I
I saw it
need it.
yesterday. I was like, I know who that's for.
This girl.
I'm happy though that my Facebook ad, like the algorithm, has seemed to have corrected itself. I'm not getting all those like super right wing ads anymore. I'm seeing a lot more rainbows involved in the ads that I see, which is a good sign.
We stan. We do stan. Why do
And
you
that was
think you were getting weird right-wing targeted ads in the first place?
don't know. And there's like a button that you can click that says, why am I seeing this ad? And then when I would click on it, it would say, because you're over a certain age and you live in the US. But I was getting ads for like gun racks and like hats that say, let's go Brandon.
Ew.
All kinds of products with the word freedom in them. Just, name a product with freedom in it.
Weird.
And I don't know how it started. I screenshotted some of them here and there, like, am I really seeing this?
Very strange. Very strange indeed.
But I kept clicking to hide all of them, so I think it finally caught on.
Solid. I gotta say, the targeted ads on Instagram, they know who they're talking to. Like, they're always advertising like vintage like grandma sweaters to me. I'm like, yep, they know their audience. They have got me pinned down quite well.
I feel like it took me a lot of work to get my algorithm back on track, constantly reporting ads and saying, like, stop showing me this.
Mm-hmm.
And it was worth it, because that was the ad that I got today. All of that effort brought me to the goose sweater.
Wonderful. Actually, my sister doesn't even like video games, but she thinks Untitled Goose Game is hilarious. So for her birthday one year, I got her Untitled Goose Game socks, which just, like, they look like the goose. And one time she was at school, and I still have this screenshot floating around somewhere. I'll, like, attach it if I can find it. But she sent me, she was really drunk. And she sent me a video of her, like, lying on her bed with her feet up in the air going like this. And she captured it, makin' the geese kiss. It was wonderful.
That's some impressive contortion.
Yeah, I was really impressed, honestly. And I was even more impressed that she was, like, quite clearly just, like, off her ass and thought of this.
Oh.
Like, that probably wouldn't occur to me.
Well, yeah, she was wearing them. I can imagine, like, that drunken feeling of looking down and seeing geese on your feet. And just being like, dude.
Yeah, okay, maybe that is it.
Oh, man, I gotta start wearing fun socks when I drink.
Well, we'll have to make that a goal of whenever we all, like, meet in person.
Including my shrimp cocktail socks, which I'm so excited about.
I'm so happy you found those.
Yeah, and it's so weird, because they sell them at FYE.
Mm-hmm.
At the mall. There aren't that many of them. They've been starting to reopen them here and there, and they just opened one near me. And so I originally saw them in FYE in Ohio. And I happened to be in the mall the other day, and I was like, oh, could it be?
Could it be?
And it was.
And it was. Wow.
It's such joy in my life for the shrimp cocktail socks.
I absolutely love that. I'm wearing super boring socks right now, honestly, which is kind of sad. I should have put on fun socks, but that's on me.
I feel like I should be showing the people the shrimp cocktail socks.
You can most definitely show the people the shrimp cocktail socks. And there she goes. Zach, do you have a lot of fun socks or not really?
I have a pair of Obama socks.
Nice. What would you say your ratio of normal socks to fun socks is though? Because it's definitely a mostly fun sock.
My normal socks far outnumber my fun socks.
Aw, big rip.
Oh, I have majority fun socks.
As do I.
Damn.
Hell yeah, dude.
I love them so much. I don't know why, but they make me smile.
That's like such a specific way of drawing a shrimp too.
Mm-hmm.
I have these ramen socks, which I think are fun.
Beautiful.
And it ain't easy being cheesy with grilled cheese on them.
Incredible.
And You dim some, you lose some. Wait, no, you win some, you dim some.
I love it.
I was trying to read it backwards on there.
I have a wonderful pair of socks that say "Ringleader of the Shit Show" on them. I have another pair that say "Fuck off, I'm reading." I have a pair of socks that have like clouds and rainbows and blue skies that say "Up yours" on them, which my mom bought for me. Thank you, Kathy. I have several pairs of corgi socks. I have some cat socks, which I'm pretty sure you've seen.
One of my favorite
socks.
One of my favorite pairs is the socks that have cats in boxes on them.
Wonderful.
Okay, those. I got ones with cats and yarn on them. Those are good. I have a lot of socks.
Yeah, so do I. Sometimes I feel like maybe I should have less socks, but then I see more fun socks.
Got narwhals and unicorns and hedgehogs.
I used to have a bunch of narwhal socks. I do not anymore.
I have one with otters holding hands. Third. Of course, like I have like 4 pair of sloth socks.
As you should.
One in which they're wearing sunglasses and gold chains for some reason.
I dig it. I have... You were here when I bought these ones. I have socks that have killer whales on them, and they're playing instruments, and it says killer beats.
I love a good pun.
Zach, you look like you were just laughing at something.
Oh, yeah. I was laughing at Echo. She walked over and sat right in front of me and was like...
What, was it a hard day at the office?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I have my Obama socks. I have Friends socks.
Wonderful.
Those have definitely made more than one appearance on the hill.
As they should.
I have like, or at least had some like fuzzy socks, but other than that, my like normal boring.
I do love my last podcast on the left slipper socks that match my last podcast sweater. I love them so much. My only complaint is that they're like too thick to put under like boots or something, so I can't like publicly be coordinating, but whatever. They keep my little feetsies warm.
Yeah, I definitely have more socks than any one person should have.
Oh yeah, same.
I got, various fun socks, but of like different heights, because I got the ankle socks and I got the taller socks. And I've got my specialty expensive running socks.
Ooh, I have some cool bike socks that, like, cycling, like, nice, like, kind of whatever material they'd be making that stuff out of, that, like, match some of my cool-ass cycling jerseys. I love them.
There's another store at the same mall I was at the other day called Socks to Be You, and it's just a store of socks.
That's awesome.
That sounds like a serious temptation, is what that sounds like.
Yeah, I didn't see
There's so many puns you could do with that.
Right?
Like, socks to sock.
Mm-hmm.
I also have a cool...
You heard it here first.
One of my favorite things to do is, like, kind of, like, sneak fun socks into an outfit. Because, like, I have this, like, dress that has, like, a sweater-type turtleneck thing that goes under it. And it's, like, a lot of, like, beige colors, plaid. And I have these nice, like, suede boots that I wear with it. And these, like, just over-the-knee socks that actually have, like, a really tall ostrich going up the side of it. But they're, like, dark brown up near the top. And when I wear them with the boots, you can just see the kind of, like, dark brown. And it's like, ooh, so put together. Little do people know that I'm walking around with just ostriches on my legs.
Fun.
Just brings a fun little element to my day.
I think that's why I like my fun socks, because when I, at work, I'm wearing dress pants and whatever, trying to look professional, but I'm always wearing ridiculous socks underneath. And no one ever really sees them until, like, occasionally, I'll be sitting down and, like, cross my leg, and so my pants move up just enough. And I've seen students sometimes go...
That is a good feeling.
Yeah. Adding a little fun to the day when you have to
honestly,
be...
that's a good question. What are some things you do just to make adult life a little bit more fun? Such as... Zach showing off his tattoos, we love it. Such as, having your nice outfit on, but you're wearing really stupid socks.
I mean, certainly some things we've talked about before, like eating dino nugs.
Of course, spending my hard-earned adult money on mac and cheese and dino nugs and Pop-Tarts and Capri Suns.
I feel like there's a lot that's food oriented. I sent you that picture earlier. I got the Fruity Pebbles cake kit to make a Fruity Pebbles cake, and
I
I'm
love that for
very
you. It's all just about doing the things that you couldn't do, that you like weren't allowed to do as a kid.
mm,
Like any like whatever like candy or like sugary cereal your parents wouldn't buy that like becomes a staple in your household as an adult. It's a good
I
feeling.
haven't. I. It hasn't become a staple, but I know my parents never get. I don't even know what the cereal is called, but it's like the cereal where like the cereal is those little cookies.
Oh, I know what you're
Cookie
talking
Crisp.
about.
Maybe, yeah, that sounds about right. And my parents never got it when I was a kid, but I did try it when I was like buying my own food. It's good. I just don't have it all the time, but like
The feeling of
that's what
liberation.
comes to mind. Yeah.
Yeah, I like an occasional box of Lucky Charms.
It's good shit, man.
Charms.
They're lovely.
We do stand. And also just like I feel like one of the pleasures of adulthood is just like adding alcohol to things that were already fun as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example,
Ice pop.
Capri Suns.
Capri Suns.
How do you get the Capri Sun out of the pouch and like put it in the glass and then mix it, or do you like
No.
inject it all into the pouch? Get a syringe.
So the way I saw it done is you can use a syringe, inject whatever alcohol into your Capri Sun, and then like solder or I don't know, like you heat it,
Mm-hmm.
And it, like reseals
and
it.
then you can and it reseals it. You take it with you wherever.
You shake it up. You do the same thing with ice pops, like freeze pops.
Yeah.
It's good shit. Yeah, just a lot of adding alcohol to things that are
Vodka,
fun.
like vanilla vodka goes really well with like Dunkin' or Starbucks like refresher drinks.
Leading me into
See that?
another question.
Or like
Weird alcohol
or, like,
combinations that
peach
are
vodka.
good.
Like whatever fruit flavored vodka, like if it's like peach vodka, like a peach refresher,
Mm-hmm.
it's good.
I think I forgot to mention to you, Bridget, that I got half of the ingredients for the flavor.
That is one of the things that we
Forgot
have to
the
do
flavor.
either like on stream or whenever we all like wind up in the same room together. That is one of the first things we have to do is try the flavor. And I will link the post that explains this. But Brookes, would you like to take it away for the class?
Well, just so I guess to explain the meme altogether, generally speaking, right? So supposedly when you combine the cucumber lime Gatorade with the Mike's Harder cranberry, it has a certain flavor, and that flavor is nothing.
Yeah, it's the flavor of non-existence. The person who initially just posted this describes it as like just can't like everything cancels out. It's like the experience was described as like your brain detects that you're experiencing a flavor, but there's nothing there. So we want to know what that's like. We've made that a goal of ours.
I was hoping a quick Google would bring it up. I'm pretty sure I have it saved in my phone somewhere.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I have it saved in my meme folders across various devices. It's just about... Oh, here we go.
So the original post, I've mixed cranberry Mike's Harder and cucumber lime Gatorade into a drink I like to call the flavor. Because, like, you drink this shit and your tongue is like, there's a taste here. You are experiencing a flavor. But when you go to open the door, there's no flavor there. It comes back with an undefined error in the flavor column. It's the missing no of flavors. It so absolutely and definitely tastes like something, and that thing is nothing. And then the comment, I'm gonna go make this BRB. Okay, so I found a gas station that had the stuff, so I made it. Diagnosis, it tastes.
Beautiful dramatic reading, thank you. So
it was hard to keep looking back and forth. But
I want to know. I want to know. Yeah, I want to experience it.
Yeah, I got the cranberry marks harder. I came across it a few weeks ago, and I hadn't seen it a lot of places. So I was like, oh, I better snatch this while I can.
Hell yes.
Number lime Gatorade is proving more difficult to find, but I'll get it.
I think we can figure it out. I believe in us.
I'm sorry. I just got some for a friend yesterday. So, worst case scenario, I can get it here.
We combine from a distance. Beautiful. That means we have to be in the same place.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't this wonderful? Like the North and the South coming together.
Technically, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I guess that's kind of another, not necessarily even question, just topic of discussion. Favorite shitty go-to college drinks, weird alcohol combinations. What do we got? What do we got for the class?
Well, you know what my go-to college drink was.
Yeah, it was an obscenely massive screwdriver.
Just get my giant, like, 32-ounce cup and vodka and OJ, put a straw in it, and you're good to go. That's what we always did. It was cheap, it was easy, and especially drinking out of a straw, you got drunk pretty quickly.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know. Maybe we just have more of a tendency to like sip it leisurely as opposed to like putting a drink down and forgetting about it for
And I mean,
a couple
like,
minutes.
This is a problem I have run into
What?
when I'm like with my friends and we're like planning on drinking. I always tend to get drunk faster than I intend to because no matter what, I mean, like you see me with the seltzer here, just constantly chugging out of this thing. Whenever I have a beverage, it does not last long. I am simply a beverage woman. Like, if I have something in my hand, I'm gonna take a sip out of it. Frequently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never understood the people in college who could come to an 80-minute class with a drink and leave with it at the same level.
Yeah, or
Like,
like
they
leave with it
come
like
in
still like
with like,
2/3 full, like
yep, and they never touch it the whole class. It's like, is that for decoration?
Yeah.
Like, why do you like is it just an accessory? Like, I don't know.
yeah, literally never understood it.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say one of my trashy college moves that I still kind of enjoy is just putting some fucking vodka and root beer and moving on with my life.
Mm-hmm. Nothing beats bourbon cream and root beer though.
See, that's the actual nice, like, fancy adult version of it. This was just, I bought something out of a vending machine and put plastic bottle vodka in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was trashy, but it worked.
That's more of just a
vanilla-
recommendation for the people.
A vanilla milkshake with peanut butter screwball whiskey.
Ooh. One time my sister and I made milkshakes and put Baileys in it, and that was really freaking good.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just cocktail recommendations with the squad. But you know what? Whatever.
I mean,
have
when we wanted to mix it up in college, we would make a tequila sunrise.
Oh, those are good.
They are,
It's
actually.
just orange juice and tequila
Yeah.
with some grenadine to give it the sunrise.
Fun.
So we switched the alcohol and used grenadine, so it was, you know, much fancier.
Just a tad. You know what? When you're in college, it counts.
Yeah.
One time, me and a couple of my roommates went splitsies on like a $50 bottle of vodka, and I swear to God, I've never felt so fancy in my life.
And I know we would get like the $10 jug, plastic jugs.
Oh, we did plenty of that.
Mm-hmm.
But one time we were like, you know
well
what?
past.
Let's do this. And it was really nice.
We definitely started out with only malt beverages. There used to be a lot of malt beverages back in those days that don't exist anymore.
Do tell.
Unfortunately, there was like the Sky Blue or something like that, which, when I think about it now, it was really gross. Like, just awful. But there was a lot of that. A lot of Mike's Hard Lemonade. But that was back in the day when they only had the one flavor, the lemonade. So that was where we mostly started off. Awful stuff. A lot of Smirnoff.
Yeah, I have a
Oh,
fondness in my heart for like shitty frat beer. I'm not gonna lie to you. Am I classless? Yeah, probably. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Oh no, I just had a couple of questions for when we're done
oh, have
with
at it.
alcohol. Okay, so one. Well, let's see how do I want to do this. I think I sent a video to the group chat on Instagram, but the question was basically, are all people who you don't know NPCs? And it was yeah,
I know the
it
video you're
was that
talking about.
guy
I will
who's
link
like,
that in the
yeah,
description.
yeah, because I feel like to a certain extent, as long as you say it with confidence and you're personable, you can say a lot of things.
You can
and
say a lot of things.
That sounds, I'm gonna mess up the pronunciation of this. Very solipsistic.
Solipsism, yeah.
yeah, solipsism.
But it's the adjective that trips me up.
Fair enough.
Oh.
See, that's the only reason why I can't say, yeah, people I don't know are NPCs, because here's the thing. I didn't know y'all at one point.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, sometimes when you play
but-
a video game, you think you're encountering an NPC, but it turns out they are an important part that has been programmed into the game. So,
Or-
I guess we're just talking about whether or not we live in a simulation.
Or what about like Mario Kart, where you can play one character and then the rest of them are NPCs, but if your friends join, they become those other characters. Or something. I don't know. I don't play video
I think
games.
a lot of our interactions with people we don't know are very NPC-like.
Yeah.
Because again, you can say a lot of weird stuff as long as you say it confidently and politely, and people will just wave you through the interaction because they don't want to deal with it. Which I get as a person who has worked retail.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah,
an NPC is just a friend you haven't made yet.
Maybe. That's such
Like
a
that
nice way of thinking about it.
stranger is a friend you haven't met yet.
Aw. Sweet.
Well, in that case, maybe we shouldn't say such weird shit to them.
But also, I feel like that's like a potential path to friendship.
Oh my god, wait, have you guys seen the video of that guy who gets the Amazon package and he's like, ooh, Amazon. And then the other guy walks out of his house at the same time.
Yes.
I'll have to find it. It's like, it gets me every, oh my god, it kills me. I love
there's
it so much.
there's a very similar TikTok where this guy doesn't realize that they're at like a house party, doesn't realize he has the bunch of roommates screwing around or something. Doesn't realize he has the camera on him, but he's picking up this like soaking wet towel and he's going, ew, ew. And then he realizes that the camera's on him. He goes, oh my god. Like his voice drops like so much lower. And I feel like those are the interactions that like why you wind up like actually like talking to someone beyond like hey, like, you know, it's like weird things that happen in public.
Okay, I just sent it to the group chat because I was otherwise going to forget, and it literally kills me every time. I love it so much.
Look at that later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a lot of life's interactions have NPC energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just basic psychology.
This is also very true.
Yeah. The other question that I saw. Wait. I have it. Oh my god, where did it go? Saved. I saved it. What is a legal scam that still exists in 2022? I know you guys talked about MLMs already, but
I was gonna say MLMs, and I mean, like, I want to think of a more fun answer, but student loans.
I would say bottled water.
Bottled water is a scam.
Bottled water is 100% a scam. I will still buy it. But
No, I don't. I have a water filter.
Well, not like for my house, but like if I'm out and about.
Yeah, okay. So, you know, sometimes you forget your water bottle and you're thirsty. It's gonna happen, but, like, in general, I avoid buying bottled water.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely a scam. like there have to be more answers to that, and like more like funny ones, not just like sad ones like student loans. Like they definitely exist. They're just not coming to me.
I feel like if you're at the end, it's sad.
Maybe not like a scam, but a misrepresentation, like the map of the globe that we know, where like the true sizes of continents are really distorted.
Yeah. Which, like,
and how like Africa is way bigger than it's presented.
Which, like,
I
is
feel
gonna happen
like Brookes and I are on the same wavelength here. Like we both know where the.
Are you thinking about West Wing right now?
I'm 100% thinking about West Wing right now. I mean, I have, I have like that is something that I have 100% seen and read about, independent of West Wing, prior to watching West Wing. But whenever I think about it, I think of like CJ Craig. Like it's freaking me out, and yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I just watched that episode a few weeks ago, which is why as soon as you said the map, I was like, oh, like in West Wing, and then I was like sitting here smiling.
She's like cartographers for social justice.
That is messed up though.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, it totally is, and like it does affect how we view who's important and not important. And, like,
I said it was messed up, and then I would say, you hear about Pluto?
That's messed up, right? Like earlier, I don't think we were recording yet, but like I definitely dropped a small psych reference. I don't know. I was hoping, I couldn't see your face because you were eating, but I was like, I'm really hoping somebody got this because otherwise I just sounded stupid.
I love when I like check back into the host group chat after like an entire day or whatever, and YouTube just been popping off about something for like 2 hours, and I just send that picture from like a Sonic game that somebody photoshopped. It's just Eggman going, "What are you two fucking talking about?"
I think we were talking about Love It or Leave It at the time.
Yeah, like
that is what I feel like every time I come back into the podcast group chat and you two have been talking for like 45 minutes.
I mean, who among us hasn't had a day who tried to buy an alligator? Or a caiman, yeah.
I was very excited because I actually knew what a caiman was before she explained it. So.
Really? I don't think I did.
They're just kind of smaller crocodiles.
Literally, rest in peace.
Very sad.
I have to check out this podcast you two listen to.
Oh, it's so funny.
But also, I have so many things I need to catch up on, so...
Well, they release just one episode per week, and it's like an hour. I listen to it during my drive to work. Generally, I listen to that, and then Pod Save America on Thursday on my commute.
I still haven't listened to this week's episode of Secret of St. Kilda. Ooh. That'll be fun. Anyway. This is now just me talking about podcasts. Which means I'm legally obligated to name drop the Magnus Archives.
Oh my god, a podcast talking about podcasts? That's so meta.
What? Weird. the podcast ecosystem, just like it's a circle. It's a closed circle of a bunch of podcasts just referencing a bunch of other podcasts.
All roads end at Joe Rogan.
So that's what I learned about.
Joe Rogan is like the final podcast boss.
Yeah, the final boss.
I refuse.
Yeah, no, that's a boss fight that I'm perfectly content not engaging in.
Yeah.
Although I did love all the memes comparing that like really freaking weird picture of him like in like a hot tub or whatever to fucking the Baron Harkonnen in Dune. In like the new Dune movie. It just made me laugh a lot. Oh, I watched the awful David Lynch Dune like 2 nights ago.
Yeah?
There's a lot to unpack there.
Was it awful?
Yeah, it was... Okay, and my camera's out. Gonna fix that. It was so bad that it killed my camera. Hold on here.
Camera turned off in protest.
I thought this memory card had plenty of space, but I guess I was being lied to.
Camera doesn't know how time works.
Yeah. Okay. That was cute. Here's the thing. Never what you want to hear out of a David Lynch fan's mouth. It was a disaster, mostly due to conflicts over, like, who gets, final cut, how long is it gonna be, story direction, blah, 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 all these things behind the scenes. However, some really cool ideas, honestly, and some of the set design kind of slapped. Like, some of the set and costume design, even though it was, like, kind of immediately dated, was also very clear that they went to a lot of effort to create an environment that is clearly not, the Earth we are living on. So, I respect that. And, for the 80s, the sandworm effects fucking banged. Like, honestly, best part about the movie, 10 out of 10 for the sandworms. Hell yeah. And also,
So you're saying
their whole struggle was that they were trying to mass market a very dense work of science fiction. Whereas with the second Dune that we have now, they were kind of like, you know what, the people who like it and who like sci-fi and who know what Dune is about, they're gonna go see it, and we don't have to try and, like, dump every fact about the story within the first 5 minutes. So, there's my hot take. Kind of worth watching, though, if you are a Dune or a David Lynch fan. It's not amazing, but there's some cool stuff.
So you're saying it's not Stargate, where they go out into the woods and they're like, this is a moon millions of miles away from Earth?
I mean...
Because that's basically Stargate. I'm like, dude, that's clearly Oregon.
Oh, yeah, no. They're definitely...
Like, you clearly went out, like, just stepped outside your studio and started shooting, and, like...
Oh, yeah, no. There was
This is another planet, and we're just gonna draw, like, paint on our foreheads, and now we're aliens.
I mean, there's a lot of sand, which, like, you could technically find in a lot of places.
Yeah.
But other than that...
I mean, I would expect there's sand, given it's called Dune.
It's a desert planet.
I think one of my favorite, like, Dune jokes is, like when the film came out, the new one, it was, like, somebody took the art, but just, like, replaced all the people with Joey Tribbiani. Is that how you do?
See, I like the one where they replaced it with the dude from The Big Lebowski and just said, dude.
Literally, those memes killed me.
I loved all the memes when the first part of the new Dune came out. That was great. I was having a great time. I especially loved the one on Twitter. It was like, yeah, I'm into Dune. Dune, your mom. This is great. Yeah, read Dune. Watch the movies. It's a great time. I also love the person who described Dune as Star Wars if it didn't give a single shit about you. Because, like, yeah, it's very impersonal sci-fi.
Mm-hmm. I love how, I haven't seen the movie yet, but, like, in the book, they're just constantly saying things like you're supposed to know what they're talking about.
Oh, have you started reading the book?
Well, I've read it.
Hell yeah. Sweet. How have we not talked about this yet?
I don't know. Well, I'm not quite finished yet.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, no, incredibly sexy of the Dune series to just, like, throw all this stuff at you, like, yeah, here's, like, the Bene Gesserit, the Kwisatz Haderach, all this stuff, and here's our main character, Paul. Okay. Honestly, power move.
And their wives, Kylie and Lauren.
And their wives, Kylie and Lauren, yeah. That's the same joke twice. But also, that is the same joke twice. His mother's literally Jessica. And then everyone else is like, oh yeah, Leto, Stilgar, Shawnee, like...
Yeah.
And then there's Paul and Jessica. Okay.
Yeah, I just find the Jessica very off-putting in particular, and I don't...
Yeah, because, like, Paul, it's like, okay, yeah, like, old biblical name. I can see how that might have... Because Dune, like, there's no aliens. Everyone, like, it's all started from Earth. Everyone's human. So, like, that's a name that, like, sticks around, like, has kind of carried through, because it's, like, you know, biblical name. Everyone's always using it. The Jessica is what really throws me off, because that's just such early 2000s name in my mind.
I would tons of Jessicas.
So, like, why did that stick until the year, like, 1099 whatever?
All I could think is that he had to have named the character after somebody.
Probably. But
'Cause I
still,
can't-
within the context of the universe, I'm still just like, why did that stick?
Yeah.
And, like, they're the only two... Well, I mean, technically the Baron Harkonnen's first name is Vladimir, which, like, that's... But also, like, I don't know, it fits in more with just, like, the way the rest of the names sound. I don't know why. My brain just says it fits more. But, like, Paul and Jessica are really the only two, and especially because I've been, like, this is just me talking about Dune now, I've been reading, like, the whole series, they're the only two with really, like, distinctly, like, current era names, I guess. And, like, I don't quite know why.
Maybe because there's central characters and it's easy to remember them?
Actually, yeah, that kind of does make a lot of sense. Well, Ollie is kind of a normal name. But normal. Ollie is kind of like a name that one sees outside, like, you know.
Yeah, that we would typically encounter in the world today.
Yeah, so. But also you don't get, well, I need to stop talking about this. I am such a pain in the ass. But also, I haven't been this annoyingly into a book series in a long time, which is a lot of fun for me. Anyway, who wrote in the document, "Are humans ravioli?"
That was me.
I'd love to study you. Explain.
Well, we're all just kind of like a bunch of guts wrapped in a fleshy tortilla roll. I know that that's not what ravioli is made of, but I'm blanking on what it is.
I mean, I looked up the definition.
The definition of ravioli?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hit me with
Small, they use the word, small pasta envelopes containing ground meat, cheese, or vegetables.
Okay, well that's disappointing. I kind of wanted the definition to be more ambiguous so that the answer might be yes.
Will this make you happier to know what it literally means in Italian?
Sure.
Little turnip. Assuming this website I'm looking at is correct.
I love that.
Italy, please explain. I love it so much. I don't speak Italian. I love it.
Oh yeah, this is from Merriam-Webster.com.
Okay, cool. So a reputable source.
History and etymology for ravioli. Italian, from Italian dialect, plural of raviolo, literally little turnip. That's what it means in Italian.
I kind of love everything about this.
And they have a different definition of ravioli: pasta in the form of little cases of dough containing a savory filling as of meat or cheese.
I never thought that a pasta could be so cute.
This is amazing. Actually, another foreign word that I'm obsessed with. I love the Spanish word for paw, like a dog's paw. I love it so much. The Spanish word for paw is pata. So sometimes when I'm, on the floor with my dog, as one does, and I grab her little feet and I go, "Look at your little patas." It just feels very right. That's exactly what those should be called.
No, so I saw that on Reddit, and somebody just wrote human skin as like pasta and our organs are the filling, so in theory we're like human ravioli.
I mean, yeah, sure.
I think the only difference is that we don't have like one focal point where like the skin is pressed together.
Yeah.
But other than that, or are we more of a calzone?
So we're very poorly made ravioli, because ravioli you wouldn't want openings because you'd have the fillings oozing out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have multiple openings.
Yeah, that is true.
Need to get some like egg wash and
Seal myself up. Podcast is done. Must achieve final form of my ravioli state. No longer speak.
oh, that's great.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
I mean, like,
Pop-Tarts
what
are
food are we?
ravioli.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Well,
I mean, it fits into the general category of food encased in other food.
Which is just a wonderful category of food.
but
Like
Pierogi.
there's multiple
every
categories.
every culture has some form of just dough with filling, and they're
Like-
all wonderful.
Are Pop-Tarts burritos?
I don't think a Pop-Tart is a burrito. I
But
can't
it's also
articulate
food
why, though.
food.
Because you don't wrap it.
Yeah. It's about the action.
True, but aren't you sort of wrapping a ravioli like around the filling?
Raviolis are pressed on the edges, like a Pop-Tart is pressed on the edges.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
why I
right.
think
Oh,
Pop-Tarts
wait.
are ravioli.
What am I thinking of? Why am okay, I also haven't had ravioli in forever just because,
Are there no
me.
vegan
But,
options for ravioli?
there are. I just never cared for it as much when I wasn't vegan, so
Fair
like
enough.
going out of my way to find it.
Are
But
you thinking of a tortellini? That's
that
more
could
of
be
like a take a single
Okay.
piece and then only part of it gets like
that
pressed
might
/
be
knotted
what I'm
together.
thinking about. Yeah.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Hello.
It's a good category.
Again, food and dough
Food and
is great. I think that's one of the greatest inventions of humankind. Food and dough.
Yeah. There's so many variations of it that are like technically only slightly different from one another,
Right.
and yet
You got your
Mhm.
bao. You got your soup dumplings from various different cultures. You got like your pierogies, your pelmeni, your ravioli, tortellini. So many amazing things just wrapped in carbs.
wrap it all in carbs, everything.
11 out of 10, in my humble opinion.
Man, I had another example of one, and I completely forgot what it was, and it was really funny. That's going to drive me crazy. I was thinking along the lines of that same category, and the thought popped into my brain.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think that's where humans as a species peaked.
Deep fried mac and cheese bites. We could put stuff like that, or jalapeno poppers. It's not dough, but it's still the food encased in.
Food encased in food is
Stuffed peppers.
the best thing we've ever done. My mom is a big fan of stuffed cabbage.
Can't say I ever actually had it.
I don't think I have either.
I think I have at some point. That's another whole category of food within food. Food in leaf. Stuffed cabbage, stuffed grape leaves.
Literally, we need to build a monument for the person who invented bread bowls because,
Oh my god.
oh my god, talk about a game changer.
And literally, okay, every time they're like, oh, you're not supposed to, like, you're not actually supposed to eat the bread. Shut up.
Oh no!
Shut up.
Like, literally, don't even talk to me.
I'm eating the bread bowl.
Yeah,
Why is it there then?
yeah. Like you're not bringing me bread on the side.
Sorry, has anyone here played Fallout 4 before I make this joke? Never mind.
Wait, is Fallout that post-apocalyptic game
Yeah.
and takes place in different cities? Okay, I knew that much.
This is a thing that apparently a lot of people who played the games are really salty about. There was an a character NPC, not just like a guy on the street, that a lot of people really liked, but you didn't have the option to romance that character. And there was a TikTok I saw. It was like using that sound of like it's like Nicki Minaj or Cardi B or something. It's like, oh look, it says do not touch the gumballs. Why is it there then? And it's like you can't romance this character. Why are they there then? Sorry.
Wait, okay. Now I'm trying to think. Is that game with the dog named like dog or dog meat
Meat!
or dog meat? Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm going deep on this
I
game I've
love
never played in my life.
Fallout 4 is the first Fallout game I ever played, so it has a special place in my heart, even though it is objectively not the best Fallout game.
The only reason I know anything about it is this girl I was dating for a while, her brother liked it. So I sort of like secondhand absorbed some of it, but never
And also
actually.
in Fallout 4, you can put goggles on the dog.
I saw a dog with goggles today walk by me at the Starbucks an hour ago.
Goggles!
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. I love that. I'm so happy that your day was blessed with that sight.
Oh, it got so much better after that.
One of the other things I'm excited for in summer is people walking their dogs in the various parks near the canal locks again. Because I always get to go say hi to them. Always makes my day. 11 out of 10. Especially when they try and stick their little noses, like, into the lock house. Be like, what you got in there?
It's one of my favorite summer pastimes, going down to the canal and watching the doggies.
Yes. Love it.
There's a brewery that's, like, right on the canal over in Pittsford. And they have, like the big glass wall that actually opens up in the summer, like a garage door.
Ooh,
the whole
funky
wall
fresh.
away. Yeah, so you can sit at the bar and drink a beer and watch all the doggies.
I love that.
And it's a dog-friendly brewery, and I've rarely been in there when there hasn't been at least one dog inside the brewery.
Literally, like, one of the peak experiences is just, like, anytime it's a drunk group of people walking back from somewhere and you encounter a dog, and then you get to pet the dog, it does not get better than that. It simply doesn't. 11 out of 10.
Yeah, because I think, when you've been drinking, you're not, like, overthinking as much, and you're just, like, enjoying the
you're
little
just enjoying what's right in front of you. And the dog is so happy that you're petting it. It's just a feedback loop of, like, increasing happiness. It's wonderful. Absolutely love it.
That's why pets are, just in general, awesome.
They're great. Love them. Another one of our ones. Those are the peak things we've done: domesticating animals and wrapping food in dough. It's all been downhill from there.
I know there's other dough wrapped items that I'm forgetting.
Oh, I'm sure. And I know there's other dough wrapped items that I don't even know about yet, which is kind of wonderful to think about.
What a wonderful world we live in.
Full of things wrapped in dough.
That are yet to be discovered.
God, amazing.
You have such a bright future ahead.
That video of David Lynch. I'm wearing dark glasses because I'm seeing the future, and it's looking very bright. I also follow that Twitter account that posts every Friday, posts a video of David Lynch saying it's a Friday once again. I love that account.
Every week?
Yeah, he does his, like, daily weather reports, which are wonderful. And every time it's a Friday, he'll be like, it's, today's date. And if you can believe it, it's a Friday once again. And it brightens my week. Love David Lynch. Could talk about him for hours, but I'm not gonna do that, because I like having friends. If I talk about David Lynch too much, I most certainly will not anymore.
I'm trying to remember what the actual question was. I think it depends on how you define ravioli.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm gonna say so. And also, we have been going for a hot minute, and honestly, the two other things I have slated for today are things I would very much like to include Emily in, because she helped come up with one of the questions.
Okay.
And the other one, if we do the Venn diagram, I just don't think it's as fun with 3 people. And frankly, I can't even begin to think of what the overlap for all of us is going to be. And I think that's going to be very fun to discover through filling out the diagram together. So.
I feel like we found one once, but I don't remember what it was.
Good, keep it that way.
Yeah.
So there's a fun little sneak preview of the next episode for y'all. We will find one area of overlap between the 4 regular participants on this podcast. It will happen.
I don't know. I'm actually skeptical of that.
I think we can do it. I think we can.
I think there was one time where we were just all shocked that we were like, wait a minute. Is this a thing we all enjoy?
I think we will get there. I believe in us.
So there is something that definitely happened. I just don't know what it was. So it exists. We just have to rediscover it.
Fantastic. This already fills me with confidence. All right. Well, any concluding thoughts from anyone regarding literally anything that we either have or have not talked about?
I would like to announce that I had a good / depressing experience of adulthood in that I bought a Dyson vacuum.
Okay.
And that's what amounts to splurging and enjoying your life as an adult.
So it was nice because it was a nice vacuum, but you were sad about the fact that you were really excited about buying a vacuum.
Yeah. I mean, it's a $500 vacuum. It's a nice vacuum.
It's a what?
$500. Oh yeah, and they get way more expensive. There's like ones that are $800.
Is it the cordless one?
Nope. Those don't have as much suction as the.
Does it sing to you?
No, but man, the suction on that thing is ridiculous. Like, I can't use it on the rug in the living room because it tries to suck the whole rug into the vacuum.
It's got that.
That's kind of scary.
It's terrifying.
Okay, wait, hang on. Question, because you just reminded me by bringing up vacuums and saying suck a bunch of times. Were you of the generation that would try and give yourself a hickey with like a vacuum hose for bragging rights?
Oh my god, I think the Dyson would suck your neck into the hose. No joke. I had like vacuumed the living room with my old vacuum like a couple days before, and then I went over with the Dyson and I had to empty the mirror. It's insane.
Okay, but was that your era?
I think so.
Interesting.
I remember them being like a thing in general.
It's just really funny to me.
Yeah. I'm very excited about my vacuum. It's very fancy and it's very pretty, and there's the giant ball thing, you know.
Oh, that's fun.
So it maneuvers much more easily, which is very cool. It's real fancy. But I was like, oh, this is so cool. I'm so excited. I was like looking forward to it. I'm like, I can't wait to vacuum. And then I took a hard look at myself.
That has the same energy of that TikTok sound where it's the person making all the like gremlin noises like I have to go to work. Like that's similar energy, I would say.
Yep. Oh.
I mean, I was ridiculously excited about this nice mug warmer that now rests on my desk. I'm a huge fan of her. She's very helpful, especially because I have this really nice mug that's like handmade in Poland and has really cool pattern on it. But it came with like a lid, so when I have the mug warmer and I put my hot beverage on there with the lid, it keeps the heat in even better. It's wonderful. I'm having a great time. So yeah, those are some other fun experiences. Bringing it back around to one of the first things we talked about. Little things that make adulthood fun, even if there are things that you would not have gotten excited about as a child.
That's why I actually thought about the vacuum at that point. I was like, yeah, but that's not really childlike. I do approach the vacuum with childlike wonder.
Beautiful. Zach, anything from you? Any adult purchases that make you ridiculously happy, even though you would have been bored out of your mind by them at some point in your life?
I mean, socks are always a go-to.
I do love me some nice fresh socks where the elastic has yet to wear out, even if they're not fun, even if there's not a fun pattern.
I don't know. Just probably appliance things like blenders and whatnot.
I was literally gonna say, you got a nice blender?
Yeah. I got the what is it? A bullet? Something like that. I don't know.
The
Is that
magic
the one where
bullet.
it just like is
Yeah.
the cup?
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, you put all your stuff in the thing, turn it upside down, and then it shakes up, and then you have your whatever it is that you made.
I love that for you. And what was today's smoothie?
Today we went very basic. We went almond milk and bananas and strawberry.
I am a strawberry
Just
banana gal myself,
literally.
not gonna lie.
I love it. It's a great combo.
Almond milk, banana, and protein powder is like my go-to. Sometimes a little bit of almond butter in there.
Nice.
You know what's good? Is almond milk, banana, frozen avocado, and dates.
Interesting.
I don't have any dates. I do have frozen avocado.
It's so good. It also is fine without the dates, but they do add a little bit of sweetness to it. But like, ooh, it's so good.
I dig it.
I did have one other really exciting adult purchase, which is actually worse.
Hit
That I got a thing you mount on the wall to organize your brooms.
That's kind
And
of
so
fun.
I mounted it on the inside of my closet in the living room because I just kind of had the brooms leaning against the side of the wall, and I would open the door sometimes and they would like fall at me if I didn't have them angled just right. And so I bought this thing and I installed it, got my little drill out and installed it on there and put the brooms in it. And this was Monday I installed it, and at least a couple times a day I walk by and open the closet just to look at what I have done. And that's also where my new vacuum is, so I get to look at both at the same time.
Damn, double whammy. I love that for you. I'm actually looking around my room to see if I've recently made like a real adult purchase, but I don't
I got
think I
I didn't even top my broom holder with lameness.
I got like a plant stand thing for my kitchen.
Oh yeah, you sent me a picture. It makes your kitchen look very nice.
It does, right? It is really cute, and I love it.
We stand. Yeah, no, yeah, nothing
I'm always
super
buying really
recent.
I'm constantly buying boring adult shit, and getting really excited about it.
You know what? It's more fun that way.
Yeah.
It just is.
After almost 7 years of living here and brooms falling at me, it's not going to happen anymore. And I am just thrilled.
It's a problem of the past.
Okay, literally, like when I finally purchase like an electric like samovar set, I'm gonna be so annoying about it. I'm gonna have such a great time. That is going to be one of my top tier quote unquote boring adult purchases, is just fancier way of making hot water for tea. And it's gonna be wonderful.
I just realized that my description of the brooms falling at me makes me sound like a living infomercial. Like, you ever see the infomercials where people cabinet organizers and stuff? They open the door and all the stuff just falls at them,
I don't know how those people live.
I am a living infomercial.
They go to like pour something out of a pitcher and then like throw it in the air.
Yeah, there's some guy who made a bunch of videos like mocking all those things. It's very funny.
Yeah. Oh no, those videos crack me up. It's like somebody carrying a tray, and then they're like, "Oh," and then they look right at the camera too. Like, what can you do?
That was me for almost 7 years. Every time I go in the closet.
And now, no longer.
No longer.
Oh, that's why I'm an infomercial. I'm selling
brooms.
brooms.
I mean, at least we are aligned in that way, because I'm also a major klutz. It makes me feel less bad about myself.
I'm not a klutz, it was the brooms. The brooms have it out for me.
You heard it here, folks.
I use them like they're tools.
Okay. Well, this is been
holding it together. We're about done.
This has been a fun, unexpectedly conversational episode of the podcast. But you know what? I had a great time kind of just coming up with things on the spot. I think it's fun to switch it up every now and again. Kind of just see where things lead. Nicely done, everybody. All right. Thank you, as always, friends, for fighting with us, and we appreciate each and every single one of you very, very much, and we'll be back again next week. Adios.
Bye, everyone.
This week's episode of the Fighting with Friends podcast was hosted by
Bridget Kelly, Zach Calderon, and Dr. Sarah Brookes. You can find other episodes of the podcast on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, or your favorite listening platform. Follow us on Twitter at BridgetKelly98, at Zach Calderon, and at Aunt Sarah Said. Rate and review us on your podcatcher of choice. Like, comment, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitch and join our Discord community using the links in the description. You can also help support us via the Acast supporter feature or consider donating to our Patreon. Thanks for listening.